Debbie, I am so serious. Stop laughing. This happened this morning too. It went red, okay, and then it kicked out again. So I'm here and I fell asleep in the damn tub, okay? Sorry. Hello, everybody. Are we live, Debbie?
Yes, we are.
I
Hi.
need a cocktail. Hello, hello, hello.
I can tell everybody what I'm drinking. It's amazing.
Mm.
It's Hendrick's gin with Italian sparkling water and a splash of lavender syrup.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That sounds good. I'm gonna get a cocktail. I don't think
Yes.
I need one. I don't think I need one. It's been a day. I worked from
Oh.
home and taken 2 days off, and then I had to run out and it was raining. I came back in to warm up some. I said, I'm gonna take me a nice hot bath. I have me like an hour and a half.
Thank you,
Ooh,
Danny.
no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, I am here. Ooh.
Thank you, Danny. Oh my God. Let me tell you, while we were waiting for you,
Leave me alone.
I had my first snack.
What was the snack?
Greek yogurt with frozen organic blueberries and a oh gosh, this mixed berry syrup on top with
Oh my
pumpkin
God.
seeds.
Yes, the water got cold, Renee. That's what made me jump up out the water. Okay. And Debbie
Thank
saw
you,
me. I
Tina.
ran to my computer, and Debbie knows why I'm not on camera.
Listen, I was about to tell everybody, like, let's call it a night. I got through the first snack.
Oh my God. Debbie.
Yes.
You notice all the lawsuits going on.
I noticed some, but who are we talking about though?
So we remember Andy Cohen was called out years ago by Kathy Griffin.
Mm-hmm. And nobody believed her, and she kind of lost her career after that.
Now he's being called out by Leah McSweeney.
But okay, Leah needs press. Leah needs a job. Leah needs a payout. I think somebody said that in one of the comments.
What kind? Okay, I was looking at ET. Okay.
No, well, in one of the shows, because Jamal told me that he was really digging into that, and somebody said Leah's just looking for a payout because that's how she started her business initially, with a payout from the New York City Police Department.
Yes, she did. Yeah, she did. She did.
But everybody know, not everybody, allegedly, word on the curb is that Andy Cohen loved to party.
He loves to party. He loves to do the coke. And
Nobody
allegedly, and it's just like, wait a minute, Kathy was right. And then we have Bravo's falling apart. They really are. Jax Taylor and Brittany are separated.
Why did I think they? Well, I never thought they would have made it anyway. But they just got a show, The Valley.
Was it a special they were doing?
I don't know. I don't watch them, but I saw a promo for it, and they are the featured couple. Like, they're the anchor couple, and they've moved to the Valley because they're married. They have this child, and they've met all of these other Valley people who are like young, married, hopefully working. You know, I don't know. I'm too old. I aged out of that demographic. I don't know.
But
no mind that Jack's probably my age.
Yeah, and the rumors way back when was that he was living with a man, and not just living with a man, but with a man. But they're getting separated.
I don't know why I thought that they were already separated. Because never mind. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself.
No, girl, give me your thoughts. This is cocktails. Let's think.
Let's talk. So we all know he's a man whore.
Yes.
And they always try to pretend like she is like this little innocent,
little girl from Kentucky.
But somehow I think she'd be spreading it low and busting it out wide. I don't buy that from her because why else would she be with Shaq?
And they have a baby, a little boy, I think, Cruz.
So
I think that's what they named him. But you got to think about it. She met him in Vegas. Next thing you know, she's moving to California. He's buying her boobs and everything else. Getting his teeth done and all, getting not his teeth, his nose and everything done. He was still messing with, this is the man that slept with his best friend's girlfriend in his apartment. Kristen, what's that? Kristen. And then, wait a minute, to top it off, Tom Sandoval and Ariana are being sued by, what's her name? For
Raquel
revenge
Rachel.
porn. Yeah. For revenge porn.
Haven't they all shut up? Don't they all like share their nudies? I don't know.
I don't share my nudies. Although you just saw me. No, I'm sorry.
No, but Vanderpump Rules is just an immature show for me. Like, they do a lot of things I can't relate to, never have, never will. I don't know. Yeah. I could care less about them. But mazel tov to her for suing.
But my whole thing is, what is she suing? What revenge? Because I thought Ariana was with this guy. She's in love with him. She wants Tom to sell the house. So she's not gonna let him take the house. I was looking at the promos, and then I said I was gonna watch the show. I'm like you. I have aged out of that dumbass show.
Well, okay. But why did the girl Ariana, she's holding out for a higher price on the house? That's why she hasn't sold it? Because I would have sold it.
Well, okay. Let's just do with the show right now because the house isn't sold as far as the show is concerned. She doesn't want him to buy her out. She wants it sold so she can, she's not going to leave him with the house because he's the one that cheated. But if I'm not mistaken, while y'all were together, you slept with, what's her name? The little hoe.
A girl?
Yes. Ariana is bi.
Oh, hot dog. Okay.
She slept with and this was at Jackson wedding or somewhere they went out of town.
At a wedding.
She slept with the chick that did the blowjobs and got the Range Rover.
Oh, Lala?
Lala.
Wow. Hi, everybody.
Lala.
But Lala is the female version of Jax, in my opinion.
Yep, let's say hi.
They slept with everybody on the cast.
Okay, we got to say hi because I am so sorry. I am late. This morning, girl, I'm doing my show this morning and I went 20-something minutes and realized I wasn't live. But just like I did with you, I clicked the button and it said in stream. And then I looked, I'm like, can anybody hear me? And nobody was saying anything. So then I typed in the chat and Wisco Gal said no. And I looked up. It says click live. I was like, I did click live and I clicked it twice. Hi, Tina. Hi, Wisco Gal. Hi, Viva La Roca. Hi, Black Hat. Tina. Michelle. Moonlight 62. Iced coffee. I didn't see anything from you on my IG. You told me you were going to send it to me, and I looked before I got really, really busy. I hadn't seen anything yet. Hi, Just Doom. Hi, Renee. Hi, Gwen. I thought I saw Danny. Oh, I got to send Danny my address. Oh, thank you, iced coffee. I am so sorry. I am late. Moonlight 62. So iced coffee, a friend of hers son is missing here in
What?
Spokane. And I
No.
happened to see she went live and I jumped in because I ran to the bathroom and I jumped on her panel for a second. So
Mhm.
I need to get her information because I'm very familiar with certain shelters around here after dealing with a friend of my
Mhm.
granddaughters who was staying in, her family, you know. So I was going to go do a checkup and go see what I can find on Saturday and a picture or something of him so I can do some kind, see if anybody has seen him. So, yes, it was very pressing. I was knocked out in my tub. Okay. Black.
Iced coffee says check message requests.
Oh, okay. I'll check message request.
Mhm.
Let me do that. But so I didn't really finish listening to her stream, but it just broke my heart when I heard her upset. Um, I think this might be her. I don't want to call her name. I think this is her because I'm looking at the people that's no, I don't know if that's her. Maria, send me a message and let me know what Ice Coffee's name is, please, if you're still in the chat. Please, please, please. Oh my God,
Aw.
Debbie, the thing you sent
Mhm.
me from Moving Mad
Uh-huh.
about Michael,
Uh-huh.
I saw that earlier. Hi, Danny. Oh, hi, Kat. Oh my God. Avoiding eye contact. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Hi, Dreamsicle. I am so sorry, guys. Cree, Maria, I did see her. Hi, Cat T, my beautiful. Hi, Lolly and Pops, Drea. So we had a bunch of marriages.
Wait,
Oh,
iced coffee says her name starts with a P.
that's her. I just sent you a request.
Okay.
That's you. I thought it was you. I matched the name with the voice. Damn, I'm good. I am
Thank you,
really, really
Stacey
good.
A. Thank
Yep, that's
you.
yep, that's her. I just sent her a request. That okay, I have it. I have it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have it.
Mhm.
Thank you. I have it. I'll take a look at it. I did. I saw the picture and I said, that has to be iced coffee. Damn, I'm good.
Mhm.
Okay, so we had a bunch of weddings. Oh, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's just finish with this Ariana shit first.
Mhm.
I want to know
Mhm.
what revenge porn
I
were
don't
they
know.
doing a threesome together?
I don't know. Did anybody release any nudies on the internet?
I haven't seen any because when I read it, I damn sure went looking for it.
But isn't that the revenge porn law? I think they have it in California, right? Like you had like if you remember the Kardashian boy, he did that with Black China and she took him to court.
Yeah.
So did any of these numbnuts do that?
I don't know because I haven't seen anything unless they were passing them around in private DMs.
Well, wasn't she under mental health care after all of this rolled down, like during the last reunion? Didn't she have to go back home and seek counseling or something like that?
Yeah, but that was because she said that she was she checked herself into therapy. She said that she was a sex addict, but you had been sneaking behind your friend Ariana's back for months, sleeping with her boyfriend, going places where you know that she wasn't going just to be with Tom. They had like a month-long affair, and then she went to some kind of treatment thing for mental health and depression, sexaholic, and girl, all kind of shit.
Scotland said Rachel sent Tom a video of herself, diddling herself.
Yes, and Ariana found it on his phone. How is that revenge? Oh, but Ariana sent it to somebody else.
Yep, there you go.
Yes. She sent it to Sheena. She sent it to Sheena, I think.
Well, she sent it to Sheena. She sent it to the world.
Yeah, she found it on the phone.
But that's her fault. Like anything that you send out, get ready.
Girl.
Just keep that shit to yourself.
Girl. You sent it to him playing with yourself. Ariana found it on the phone. She was shocked, and she sent it to Sheena. Who else? Who knows who Sheena could have sent it to?
But why did she include her face in that? Because I'd be damned if I include my face in anything like that. You got to identify the puss.
Debbie, I almost choked. My coffee is already cold. Shit, because I've got hot coffee when I got in the tub. I got to go make me something to drink. Oh, my God. But, oh, my goodness.
That's right, Lisa Marie. Whole problems.
She got a whole problem. I'm just like, wait a minute. Oh, my God. That is not revenge. Why are you waiting to now to sue? Well, it is, but why are you waiting to now to sue?
Because she must have got to that part of her therapy that told her to wake up, fool. Or she ran out of money because the therapist took all of it.
Even after all of that, she was still saying that she didn't know what their relationship was and if she still wanted to pursue a relationship with Tom.
Okay, let's just call the thing a thing. Adriana didn't look like she was interested in Tom from the jump. Okay.
Nope, they were friends, and then they all of a sudden they became a couple. But she liked women. He was okay with it. I think him, Jackson, and the other Tom was sleeping together any damn way. But that's just my opinion. They were, touching balls and stuff. You know what I mean?
To me, Adriana got together with him to stay on the show.
But she didn't need to. She was already on the show.
Yeah, but she has the personality of a dish rag.
Well.
And nobody liked her.
Well.
So he dragged her along.
Yeah, because she definitely changed herself over the years with her dress and her style. Because she was just like one of the boys. Remember? So, what do you think about Kyle Richards and this Morgan Wade story and the fact that she and Mauricio are separated? Well, they were supposed to be still living in the same house, but I doubt that.
Okay. Do I think that Kyle Richards really diddled in the lady pond? No.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. Do I think Mauricio diddled in the lady and the boy pond? Yeah. Basically, I feel, in my opinion, that Mauricio diddled with a very close friend of hers, which was crossing the red line. You could go and do the anonymous people. Just don't get caught.
With the trans person as well. It's
allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. Okay,
But
allegedly.
I think he went with someone who she thought was a friend. You know, someone kind of like Dorit, allegedly.
Mm.
And it was, you know, he crossed the line. Do whoever, but don't do my friends. And don't come to me say I was high when I did it. Fuck that shit.
Do you think it was Faye? You know, her bestest friend who sleeps
Uh-uh.
with everybody? Who do you think
I
it was?
think it was Dorit.
Well, isn't Dorit and PK supposedly separated?
Right. But
Mm-hmm.
he's always in London. And Dorit has always been a bit too familiar with Mauricio.
A little bit too much, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But
And
wasn't
maybe that's why Kyle is so frosty to her and threatening her before the reunion.
Yes, I heard about the messages that Kyle was sending, but she
Uh-huh.
also accused Dorit of fueling the flames of the affair with Morgan Wade. She said she was making it worse for her.
Kyle don't care about that because Kyle was fanning her own flames.
So I
And
do.
probably told Dorit to do it too. What she's really mad at Dorit and icing her out as a friend is because she did something personal to her that have nothing to do with a side piece of puss or a possible piece of puss. Have nothing to do with Morgan. It
But
has everything to do with Mauricio.
she said that Dorit felt away because she felt that she was replacing her with Morgan Wade. Is that not true?
Nobody cares about Dorit. Not even Kyle. And Drea said maybe they had a threesome. Maybe they did. And she saw how interested Mo was in Dorit and not her. Maybe he pounded Dorit's puss harder than he pounded Kyle's. You know, maybe Dorit did the things that Kyle wouldn't do.
So why do you think Dorit, as you call her, Dorit, and PK are separated? Would it be Mauricio too? Or maybe he's having fun with Boy George. I love Boy George.
Exactly. He's probably tickling those balls.
I love me some Boy George.
Playing with that taint. You know?
Oh but my.
I think she's just tired. She's tired of PK always being in financial issues and dragging her down. She's useless without him.
Well, she got up because of PK and his fake lifestyle and shit.
But there you go, it's fake. She tired of it. How many seasons she got to move?
Girl, they were moving into all of these houses, and every time you turn around, it was part of this corporation they were with. Once the season is over, or you know, about a year after, they're moving into a new house, which is not their home, but they're always showing it on. You know, always showing it off.
But let's not even talk about the gifts. Remember that beautiful rose-colored fancy car that she got with the house party? And it had to be returned the next day.
Yeah. What about the woman that was chasing her around the pool when her and Kyle, you know, when they did
in the Bahamas?
In the Bahamas.
Yes. And remember the other car from the Maserati dealership that she took out on this test drive and we never saw it again?
Yes.
Dorit want to have something for more than just an hour.
Oh my God. What about, I've heard that Sutton stopped breathing on the reunion.
She had some sort of attack where she started shaking.
Yes.
But that's coming up. It was in the preview at the end of thing. Mind you, I didn't even watch the reunion. But I still
neither have I. I said I need to watch part 1 before I watch part 2. I need to watch part 1, but they said And I said I wanted to watch it.
Mm-hmm. I heard it was good.
That's why I want to watch it.
Crystal finally earned her salary by going in on Dorit and her microaggressions with Garcelle backing her up. Apparently, Dorit got into a confessional and said that while Dorit was going to college and learning an education, Crystal was a 12-year-old child bride.
Oh,
and didn't realize how insulting that was to not only women, but to the Asian culture.
oh my God.
And she had to be schooled. And Crystal came out and said, so while you were getting your education, I got married at 24. I had already completed college and I have $100 million business under my belt. And check Dorit. Instead of her like being sorry and knowing her place, does even more of a microaggression by being condescending and saying, oh, isn't that nice?
No, she
well, what
didn't.
You got? Beverly Beach? That's busted.
that swimwear that, that's like She by Sheree. She by Sheree.
And how about your husband? He pay off all them debts yet? What about the IRS? You moving out of your house yet? Because it's the end of season. Time to go. You need help packing some boxes? I can get you a moving company because I can afford it. Crystal should have went in, but she took the ladies' way out. But Garcelle got shady. Garcelle's like, that's what I'm telling you.
So Garcelle probably took her in the back room and said, girl, look, let me teach you how to read somebody real quick. Let me give you the way we do this. I need you to go and attack this bitch.
Crystal been hanging around. Sweet Miss Southern Belle, name them, and Garcelle for too many seasons not to have picked up something that it came naturally, because she didn't go for the jugular. She didn't cut to the white meat. That's why I'm saying it was genuinely from Crystal, just laying down facts. Undisputable. I got my IRS returns. I got multiple zeros on the end of my business bank account. And it's not belly up. It's not in the negative. IRS ain't calling. Yeah. She in business with Costco, bitch. Shut up with Beverly Beach. Crystal's not ghetto like us. Because I would have brought out all sorts of diagrams, whiteboards, videos, Canva presentation. I'd have had a robot pulling out.
That's right.
A thing of my product. But then
Lisa
again, I'd have
Marie,
to give money.
She was doing wedding dresses. You remember that?
One season. And the wedding dress that she wore to the reunion, all the fucking pearls was popping off all over the place. A fucking hazard.
Oh my God. She has started all kind of ventures. Okay, She by Sheree. Okay. Let's get into.
But those dresses belong to the lady, not her.
Oh. Yeah, because she did have someone that was doing all the hard work. She said it was her designs and her vision. Got you.
No, it wasn't. No one.
What about Portia and Simon Gubo? Now we know Simon is a scammer. He's from Nigeria. That doesn't make him a scammer, but he's a Nigerian. He's been his request for his green card and stuff has been denied time and time again.
Under several names.
Under several names. So that's why they were living part of the time in Nigeria and part of the time here.
And in Costa Rica.
Yep. What do we think about this? They've been married, 15, 16 months? And she was always posting all these pics and they all look happy. And now she's filing for divorce. Is it because he's being investigated by the, by the government? Would that have anything to do with it?
That and the fact that she allegedly let him have access to her bank accounts, and they might not be as full as they used to be.
Do we think he was
I
but
was
then
listening to something beforehand. Let me see if I can see.
because Simon was out shopping for a 2024 Rolls Royce, an electric one.
Right, but did they also tell you that he was having a very hard time finding a sales representative at the dealership who could stop laughing long enough to actually entertain his requests for the vehicle?
No.
Because everybody knows that he owes over $1 million in a judgment to that private airline, plus interest every day is compounding. So bruh, how you gonna buy a Matchbox car, furthermore a luxury vehicle? But I'll just be here. You let me know. You let me know. Let me see if I can find the Tisa Tales. That's what I was listening to when you woke up.
Leave me alone. But Portia filed today for the court to enforce their prenup agreement.
Right, because she just realized that he had access to her accounts, and she's trying to stay in the house, right? But the thing is, that house
was at that house because he was at that house today.
Right, but because the house is in his name, not in her name. So he's out, she's in until he sells it. Hold on, where you at?
But why am I surprised?
Why are you?
I don't know. Because everything she posted, she's removed him from all of her social media. She's removed she removed her last name.
Did she ever change it over? Come on, y'all. Don't nobody know Portia Guabadia. Everybody know Portia Peach Juice Williams.
She removed it from her social media, but he was there. And then, he goes to the house. He shows all the Rolls Royce parked in the garage and shit. I'm like, so I put in the comments, he said, what's missing here? I said, your lawsuits.
What else is missing? Portia money.
That's
why she's trying to enforce the prenuptial agreement, because apparently they never combined any of their assets. They kept them separate, and she's hoping to leave with what she came in with. But I think she's realizing now that during the course of the marriage, a lot of what she came in with might have disappeared.
Well, with the lavish lifestyle, the long stem, 3 dozen roses, that's look like it's in a golf thing. Girl, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. We ain't got to post. If you're happy, you don't have to be posting all of this shit on social media. Everything is about the lavish lifestyle they're living. And I've always kept asking, where's this money coming from? What does he do? Where is this money coming from? Did you find it? Did
I find what?
What you said you were going to find?
Oh, I think I sent it to you in
IG.
Yeah. Let me make sure I sent it to you.
Hold on. Let me go to IG. Debbie, yeah. I have it.
Yeah. So,
like out of his own house.
But here's the thing, though. She should have known better that as soon as she married him, he was like, quit all your jobs. I got you. What?
Okay, hold on. I'm going to play it. Okay, guys, I'm going to play it, but I got to put over Cooch. I'm glad she told me about this, and I don't know why I wasn't thinking. I got to put something over this. Let me put a little overlay over it so you can hear what she has to say. I don't want to show her video, but let's listen to what she got to say about Mr. Simon. Tisha tells, oh my God, where is my overlays? I need help sometimes. I definitely need help. Where's my damn overlays, Debbie? Debbie, where my I got one. Okay. Let me share the screen. I found one. I found an overlay. Let's listen to what Tisha Tells has to say. Okay, we ready?
If you are Portia Williams, it 100% looks like, baby, all those people like they just doing it for fake. She loves Simon, that. Oh, and baby, if this could not get any worse, the streets are saying that Simon is out and about, looking sad, looking miserable, looking depressed. Baby, is he living in his car? We're going to get to the bottom of this because, baby, the blog, listen, is Simon still living at home? The streets are saying that it may not be so.
He's
Y'all,
at his
let's
house
get
today,
into
Tisha.
this. He's been crying on the shoulders of many, many, many women. And you know, when he like cries on the shoulders of women, baby, Simon, right? Simon always starts talking. Let's not forget how much Jessica White knew about Portia and Simon's situation. Y'all, let's get into what the streets are saying. Let's go. Y'all, Portia has kicked Simon out of his own home. Now, it is unclear whether she asked for a restraining order or not because Fulton County sites are down because they got hacked. I know Atlanta is not a real place, but baby, the judge, the court told Simon to leave. Now, here's the thing. Portia's people are like, yeah, let's go, right? First of all, that house is 100% in Simon's name. When he sells that house, Portia's going to have to go. That judge is just letting her stay there temporarily, just like Portia's lifestyle was temporarily. But y'all, can we just talk for a moment? I've had my ear to the Atlanta streets, and I want to tell y'all what I've been hearing. Now, baby, this is based upon belief and information, based upon blog posts, articles, their Instagram feed, and baby, what the streets are saying. Nothing has been independently verified nor disputed in a court of law. Now, you know that Simon, first of all, I'll tell y'all something. Before we get into that, can I just say something? I saw what y'all was inboxing me at. Simon showed up at the car dealership, talking about something. I'm in it getting a electric Rolls Royce. Boy, you owe NetJet about $1 million plus their attorney's fees if the judge rules in their favor. And baby, it don't look like you have a defense. Your whole life is a sham. I want to know what person, when you listen to that video on Instagram, people are just like, Simon, hey, what are you doing here?
Seriously, when I saw the video, I said, Debbie, when I saw the video on IG, I said, he says, I'm thinking about buying my first electric Rolls Royce. And I'm like, Then he goes, then he goes out looking, he looks at one that has the gray. He goes, this is overdone. Everybody and their mama has one. The interior is overdone. And I'm like, he goes, and then he's filming the garage. What's missing here? I type right in the comments, your lawsuits.
Trying to get a salesperson to work with Simon. Baby, the gig is over. Everybody knows what you're into. And that's cool. Everybody knows what you're into. But the fact that you owe buku people money, and y'all, I'm going live either later on tonight or tomorrow to drop some receipts. Simon owed money all over the country. He even owed tax debt. And you out there buying new cars to my, should I get it? Should I get it? And people are like, yes, Simon, let them know you're unbothered. To which I say, yes, Simon, get the car. Listen, at this point, we'd love to see Simon's antics. Simon, cop that car, get that house, trick on those girls, do what you need to, get a new wife, because just like you got Portia Williams, baby, you can get another one. And at the end of the day, Portia had a little name on her, right? But baby, get that new woman, because you know what, Simon? I want to be kept entertained. Let's not forget that even though Bravo said that they are not filming for Portia's show, even though Bravo's not filming right now, I know they always drop the ball, right? even though they're not filming right now, they want to get Simon involved. Baby, does Fallon have something? But something tells me they are going to give Portia the victim edit. Forget about Portia. Because at the end of the day, little did we know, Simon, I don't fear God, Gabodia. Mister, you can't take it when you can't take it with you when you go. So if I can't have it when I'm dead, why should I have it now? Simon literally wants to enjoy the fruits of everybody else's labor.
Yes.
So baby, sell him that car, lease him that car, drive around Atlanta, keep tricking. Baby, we gonna love to see it. And while you at it, why don't you start spilling on your ex-wife? But Portia already sent the shot out there because that baby, I love to see it. You don't think I want Simon to lose? No, I don't. I want him to keep winning in his mind for as long as possible because, baby, Simon is pure comedy. He is pure comedy. And it's even funnier to see the people that run after him praising their king. Baby, that's one thing that the internet proved. Everybody can get a fan base. Simon, go ahead and live your life. And Portia, baby, let's turn into Portia because Portia got Simon playing guilty. But you realize that Simon actually wiped his Instagram feed of Portia.
Yep.
And only love pics of PJ. Do you know why that is? Well, one, he's probably sending shots at Fallon, talking about, I knew your boys for 7 years, and I was able to cut ties like that. PJ, who I've known for 2 years, that's my baby. You got pictures of PJ on your Instagram. What about your actual daughter whose mom is living out of Airbnbs because she can't get a down payment together to get a permanent house? What about that? What about that? But you know what? Let's Simon, listen, a scam's always going to scam. But baby, let's talk about the emotional scammer. If you guys don't know, the streets are saying that Simon might have been, well, we can't even speak on that. They're saying that Simon was in Dubai with this woman who used to be a friend of Fallon. She even posted on Instagram talking about, it's my turn now, posting looking like she's Fallon. Her and Fallon fell out.
I heard about that. Debbie, is that true? I never saw those pictures. Is that true?
Just listen to Tisa.
Okay, hold on. Because I did hear that. I was like, everywhere Simon went, Portia went. I said, wait a minute.
Out because allegedly she tried to snake Fallon and was, meeting up with Simon out behind Fallon's back. Again, she was in Dubai. The timeline matches up. But, until we get actual proof, I don't want to say the young woman's name. However, this has been going on. But baby, when I put my streets to Atlanta, right? That's when we found out that Portia is said to be talking to at least 2 different people casually in Atlanta. Apparently, again, we don't know if there was cheating, neglect, or whatever, because at the end of the day, Portia wanted Fallon's life. She got Fallon's life because at the end of the day, Simon is a cheater. He's cheated on everybody. When he leaves one woman, he has another one going on. And when he don't leave them, wasn't Portia talking about, Fallon just didn't understand him when that one girl, Jessica White, came out and said that Simon was tricking on her while him and Fallon were together.
Yep.
Y'all, listen. Things are going down. They're saying, right? They're saying that Portia's seen at least 2 other people. They're saying that, first of all, they're saying a couple of things. Questions we have to ask. How would Portia leaving Simon save her assets? The street said, I thought that if you're married, then you don't have to testify against him. So if you leave him hanging, then you really didn't care to begin with. She's left him hanging, charged him with her assets, kicked him out of the house. But baby, that's only till the divorce is final. That Portia's name is not on that house. She has no equity in that house.
No, she doesn't. But he also did a live stream, which is gone without a live stream, an Instagram thing where he was up there saying how Portia used him and tricked him. Did you see that, Debbie?
No, I don't follow these bobos.
Oh,
once the divorce is final, and it will be final in 9 months, 3 to 6 months, or 3 to 3 months. I think it's 90 days is the closest it can happen, if I'm not mistaken. Portia has to move back in to her old house that she had let her mama stay in, which makes me think Portia knew that Simon's money was a little funny. Or maybe she was just being smart because after Cordell kicked her out, I'm sure Portia's like, don't ever leave your houses, right? But the source says, think about it. It's not love wins and be at peace when you knew you were leaving him. Let's be real. She knew the money wasn't there. And sometimes he has it, sometimes he doesn't. Portia was going to marry Simon regardless because she still wanted the look of it all and wanted to be able to squeeze what she could. But he never paid her that $5 million in the prenup. So she knew she still had to get married for the fantasy of it. And she still knew he had a little bit of money, money to play with. But she's playing this game how chicks in their 20s would do it. And it's just sad. It's just sad. They said, first of all, Portia's gone back to Portia Williams, right?
Yeah.
She's also taken out New York Times bestseller and just put national bestseller. You know how she bought her way into the seller list. They said how the divorce isn't final and she needs to take her post down if she wants to be Portia Williams again. What the jet scams happened while they were secretly dating. It looks like he moved his businesses from Miami to Ohio to Texas.
Yep.
His Miami days must have been when he was with Fallon and overstayed his welcome. Fallon said the jet was rented. She wasn't into flying private, but that's what he wanted. But Portia was creeping for a year and thought it was his whole life, his whole jet, his whole everything for a whole year. So Fallon left and started telling the business. Listen. People are saying that Portia is furious because Simon sucked her last little money dry. They're saying that they hope she has the house her mama's in and didn't sign it over to him. Portia was on the hook for almost $400K, then $200K with that babysitting stuff. Oh, but it's not over.
Oh, shit.
It's not over. Okay.
Okay.
Remember when they were always posting stuff out of order? I did a video, I think when Portia was out of town and he was at a bar with those two chicks. And the next day he posted in Costa Rica with his kids. That was Republic. I have some juice on Republic, right? He's actually, because Simon is so happy, he's suing Republic. But I'll give y'all, we're going to do those court papers later, right?
Oh, I'm doing them court papers.
Anyway, it doesn't seem like Simon lets anyone know when he's going to court or suing anyone. It sounds like Simon has too many money cases for them not to trap him in taxes and or money laundering. Now, I do want to say one thing. The feds investigate. Time will tell. They don't move in quickly. The same way we saw Jen Shaw, the same way we saw this, we should know that if the feds are on him and for deportation, expect to hear something in a year or two.
Yeah, the feds are investigating him. Yes, they are. And that's why I think Portia filed. But she's also slated to be back on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And we know Marlo is, she's leaving. Well, she's gone now. And so is, what's her name? Candy.
Mm-hmm.
She's gone. Marlo's leaving and Candy's gone.
So is Sanya.
But Tanya's been gone.
No, Sanya.
Oh, Sanya.
Yeah.
She's gone too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Baby, didn't I say the scam will come crashing down in a year or two? Didn't I say the marriage will be over in a year or two? Y'all laughed a year or two. Baby, just be patient. Time always tells. Time always tells.
Well, he doesn't have
anyway, y'all, let's get into
anymore.
This, right? Where is it? Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. He doesn't have PJ on his feed anymore.
Oh, he took off PJ?
Yes, PJ is gone.
Oh, wow.
PJ is gone. Let me stop that. PJ is gone. He has removed PJ. It's all about him, his cars, his pictures with celebrity. He has his daughter there. He has his daughter that's cutting her birthday cake. He doesn't have PJ there anymore.
Oh, well.
Girl. Okay. All right. So we know now that, well, I always said that Simon was a scammer, and I hate to say he's Nigerian and a scammer, but no one can tell me where his money was coming from. I mean, he was in Dubai with Portia. They were in Africa in this mansion. They were in Costa Rica. They were spending time 3 months here. And that made sense because he's got to leave the country. So how is he able to buy? You know what? Portia is nasty. Damn, Lisa. Damn, Lisa. So, Debbie, what do we think about the weddings that happened on 90 Day Fiance?
90 Day Fiance, 90 Day. What weddings?
You know, Sam.
Oh, I don't watch that show, but I watch the reviews. Ain't Chitra, like, did she look pregnant in all of her
yes, she did.
professionals?
Yes, she did. I think she is pregnant. And I followed them on Instagram, and he went over and visited her family and surprised them in Indonesia about a month ago. But she didn't look pregnant when they went there. And they've been married for like 4 months now. And then Clayton and Anna Lee got married, which they made it seem like she was going to be a runaway bride. But did we know that Justin and Nikki, were we surprised that Justin broke up with Nikki?
Justin didn't break up with Nikki. Igor broke up with Nikki.
Oh, yeah. Igor broke up with Nikki.
Igor said, "Das vidanya. I'm out. Bye-bye. Niet. Niet."
Girl, the ugly crying face she made. Like,
did a tear come out?
No.
That's because she sewed up her tear ducts.
What
happened to the hot dog man? Dennis still there.
He's still there, and him and Simon were really good friends. They were co-parenting and everything.
That's because Dennis was grateful that Simon took Portia off his hands.
Oh my God.
Dennis was like, "Mama, I'm gonna get rid of her. Don't worry. I found someone."
So I'm gonna play. If you guys haven't found, wait a minute. Okay. Will do. I got your message, Maria. Will do. Okay, let me get what Debbie sent to me. So I don't know if you guys follow Moving Mad. I find him to be extremely funny as hell. So I'm gonna play this. Hold on, I gotta put up my thing. So if y'all don't follow Moving Mad, I dropped his link. I'm gonna drop his link again because he is funny as hell. So let me get Moving Mad's link real quick so I can drop in the chat. I dropped it in the chat yesterday, but I'm gonna get Moving Mad. I'm gonna drop him in the chat. There we go. So Debbie sent me this, and I had already watched it, but I'm gonna play it for you guys. Hold on, let me get yeah, because I don't want to play his music. Hold on, let me share my screen. You guys got to hear. You guys have to hear this. It's funny as shit. All right, are we ready? Okay, let's hear this.
Never filed for Michael's green card after he arrived in the US. Now, something that is very, very interesting. But at the same time, it's something that isn't even surprising. I mean, this is Angela Dean. She always has to have a trick up her sleeve because she walks around with this, I wouldn't even call it paranoia. She walks around with this thing where she always has to be in control. She has to make sure that she's not being blindsided. She's got to make sure that she's the smartest person in the room. When in reality, whatever it is just the loudest person. And that's about it. But listen, let's get into exactly what the hell is going on here. But with that being said, though, we are on the road. To be fair, we may even be at 50K right now. Maybe right now we are now on the road to freaking 60K. But either way, though, subscribe. Help us get there. Like the video. Help us with the YouTube algorithm as well as comment as well. So get it going. Come on now. But with that being said, let's dive into exactly what has gone on here. What did Angela have to say after everything that's gone down so far with Michael leaving and then being found? Now, as you see here, at the bottom here, well, not the bottom, but right here. So it does say that I didn't get his green card or his license, and that's why he's pissed. And that's why he's doing this, she alleged. He's rushed me from the goddamn one day he landed for his effing license and his green card. So now he's going for the legal visa. They'll give it to him. I mean, I hope, because like I said before, Angela always likes to behave as if she's the smartest person in the room when she's nothing but just the loudest. And everybody knows the quiet one is usually the smartest one, but the quiet one is the one that's always listening and paying attention to every single step that's going on. But the one that's loudest is only nothing but just loud and a bullet.
What he's saying is that Michael was the quiet one, so he was paying attention to everything that was going on, whereas Angela is the loudest person in the room and the dumbest. And he's basically saying that Michael played her. That's what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. But also on top of that, it continues here by saying that the TLC personality added that she wished Michael and hoped he would be able to obtain the visa. But if I haven't got anything to do with it, you're going to be giving me more than a green card. And you continue. This is what happens with certain people that come over here. They think they're untouchable and they can't go back home. You can't slander people here and lie on people. It's so interesting how Angela always has a lot of things to say, right, in such an aggressive way, in such a strong way. But this is the problem. The matter of the fact is, though, this man is able to get a visa. Angela, guess what? That means you lose. And when I say you lose, what I mean is you lose the fact that you lose your man, but also on top of that, you're also losing the fact that he was able to stay in America. Simple as that. Now, whether or not Michael's going to go off to have a lovely life in America, that's a whole different conversation, because obviously, life isn't exactly that simple, is it now? But either way, though, when they look at this situation, Angela versus Michael, it looks like Michael right now has been the smart one. He's been the one that's winning. But we continue here, but it does say that Michael and Angela were able to skip the K1 process, which allows non-citizenship to live in the US for days before the weddings, because they already got married in 2020.
Okay, so we know that she did not file his stuff. We know this. But what he's saying is that Michael can still get his green card and everything. So Angela's going to lose either way it goes. But I was reading an article earlier this morning where it says that she's supposedly in touch with 5 attorneys. What the fuck do you need 5 attorneys for? You only need 1. Is it because she's thinking he's going to come up with an abuse case?
You know that all she's doing is sitting down there and trying to figure out Google.
She's trying to wait a minute. What do you mean she's trying to figure out Google?
She's trying to sit down like this and type into Google search how to deport Michael.
Girl, stop.
Consulting 5 attorneys, my ass.
Girl,
at $10,000 an hour, and she got $3 million in the bank. And
no attorney charges $10,000 an hour.
Well, not none in Georgia.
Jesus Christ. Get out of here. She said $10,000 an hour.
That's coming from the person with the 157 IQ, y'all. But she can afford it because she got $3 million in the bank.
Ooh, well, that's money I wouldn't want to keep. I wouldn't want to spend it on a damn attorney. But it's been quiet. I was getting messages last night and this morning saying it's too quiet.
Somebody has told her to shut all the way up. And I bet you the only people who could get her to shut up is Sharp Productions.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, I hope she got them 5 attorneys lined up. I think, but this page, Angela and Michael.
Wait a minute.
IT,
Hold on. She said she's consulting with 5 attorneys.
Yes.
How about all 5 attorneys is working for Sharp Productions?
Yes.
Contacting her, telling her to shut her fucking mouth up.
Drea, look at Drea. Drea's always on Reddit. They're eating her ass up on Reddit. TLC ain't
No, they
paying for no
won't.
attorneys. No, they're not.
No, they won't.
My pretty
because
Nonina, no, they won't.
they will pay for Michael attorneys,
They're
not
not going to pay
hers.
for her attorneys.
She's a liability. Right now, she's tanking. She's tanking the upcoming season of Happily Ever After, y'all. This loudmouth cow is tanking that season. So they are telling her, shut up, you abusive cow.
Oh my God. Girl, they are eating her ass up. You got a few pages like In Touch and what's the other page that is, but they haven't, it was another one. But every damn Instagram that has 90-day anything, any blogger that's on there, except for one, of course, is eating her ass up.
Mm-hmm.
They are chewing it up and spitting out that fat like. Oh
my God. I was listening to a show today where they were recapping that initial broadcast from Nub, your friend Nub. Yeah. They was counting the super chats. They weren't getting a lot.
What super chats?
They were, they were getting super chats during the YouTube feed, but this other creator was recapping that video and counting up the money that was being earned, and they didn't earn that much. So they've gotten into bed with Angela, and I don't think it was profitable on the super chats or the gifts or anything like that, but on the back end it might be limited for advertising.
Oh, thank you, Tina. But let me tell you, so to me, okay, I understand that people want to give you super chats and everything else, or super stickers or cash apps, but when you're earning this money on someone else's trauma, well, now we know it wasn't trauma, it was drama that was manufactured. We all heard the phone call. We all know that nothing was done until Ghostbusters arrived.
Oh my God. A mess. Let me see if I can
disappear. I know I want them on my case. God damn it. Don't bring it. Ghostbusters were coming. And I don't think here's my thing, and I don't think she ever thought those phone calls were going to be sent anywhere. Those messages were going to be sent anywhere. That's what did you in, is your loud mouth. Because if you looked at the IG thing with the crying and hysterics, and my whole thing in my head was, well, why the fuck are you just coming forward with this if it was Friday? And now we know you weren't concerned because you thought he was with his family friend. You weren't concerned. So why go through the trouble of placing the police report and everything else? Was it just, you know what? I'm done.
Don't try to figure it out.
Huh?
Don't try to figure it out.
I'm done. But did you hear that Erica Jane suffered a loss in court? And now, what's that guy's name? The one that she was setting up to take the fall and say he committed fraud. See, I follow Ronald Richards too. I love Ronald Richards. He's on Twitter. I follow Ronald Richards, and the court rules that this guy can go forward with his lawsuit. His name is Christopher Pasala. He can go through with his lawsuit against Erica, American Express. They were trying to set him up to say that he was the one that committed the fraud. Well, no, honey, it was Erica Jane. Then I read the article where someone was in Vegas and they went over to where she had I guess where she performed at. The people that the bartender said that it's the worst show they ever saw, and that she's the only one that's ever performed that asked to have security, to walk her, to be backstage and a walker there. They said it's the worst show that was ever put on there.
Well, she probably needs security just in case somebody rushed backstage trying to beat her for their $7 back.
So the judge did not, a federal court denied her slap action motion against Christopher. And she now faces a trial on allegations she falsely got her costume designer charge. This is the worst loss they say she's had. But so the court documents, girl, I was weak. So this is the Honorable Michael W. Fitzgerald. They said the motion is denied. The plaintiff has met his burden of establishing, the probability of prevailing on a malicious prosecution claim. So they're telling you this man has met his burden. He's probably going to win the lawsuit against her anti-slap litigation. I was like, oh my God. So Christoph was the managing partner of Marco Marco, and this is in Hollywood. He was a Hollywood celebrity costume design brand catering to the entertainment industry. They said that Erica, having heard of the business success of Marco Marco, commissioned Marco to design various outfits for her singing career and her appearances on the television show The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. From 2014 to 2016, Girardi purchased numerous costumes and clothing items from Marco for herself and members of her performing entourage. Girardi also had Marco make alterations on department store purchase, blah, 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 blah. They said in or around November of 2016, Girardi reported to the Secret Service that charges and transactions made to the American Express card by plaintiff Marco amounting to approximately $800,000 was fraudulent and not authorized. So American Express reimbursed her $787,117.88 because she claimed it was fraudulent. Okay. On January 9th, 2017, the government requested and received a search warrant to search Marco's business premises, computers, electronic devices, and seize all business records and computers and mobile devices and phones. On April 28, 2017, the government sought a grand jury indictment against plaintiff Marco. Specifically, there were 7 Amex Marco charges that were presented to the grand jury as fraudulent. So let's just get this right. She spent this money. Then she claimed that they were fraudulent charges. American Express reimbursed her. And she was trying to blame Marco, Christopher Pasala, for stealing. Well, he flipped the tables on her. And she tried to get him with anti-slap. They went to federal court. Christoph won. So guess what? Not only did he win, but now she's got to pay American Express back that money.
I hope she find another benefactor. Or maybe she could sell the earrings.
Oh my God. She called the Secret Service She tried to get malicious prosecution against this man, and it backfired.
Well, didn't she realize he would have receipts for all the orders?
I don't know. Did that ever come up on this season?
Of course not. She's comic relief this season.
Oh my God. Colleen with the K. I listened to all of it. And let me tell you, Keisha, Risa, we're going to do this. Yes, we are. I know Brooke was covering it because I stopped in for a minute and she was playing a little bit of it. Here's my take on this woman. I know it was Covina, and she said she was ready for marriage. You know, she wanted all of it. But she kept seeing all of these red flags, especially when he couldn't get the house. I know my son got a cash offer on his house, but he had to be out of his house in 30 days. And there was no way you're going to be able to be out of a home that you've had for 5 years in 30 days with getting everything moved out, trying to find someplace else to go. So he did not take that cash offer. I'm listening to this man, but she wanted that lifestyle. She kept talking about this BMW that she wanted, but he got her a Nissan Altima. Motherfucker, at least you had a car. Okay. Then he was working. He would leave the house every morning at 6:15, supposedly be back between 3:30, 4 o'clock. You've never gone to his office, never seen where he worked at. He was telling you that he had a company BMW that was a 5 Series. You never saw any of that. Now you were together. You actually admitted that your ass was lazy when Covina hit. You were working from home, but you were falling asleep all the time. You couldn't be on your computer. So they made you come back in the office, you and another woman. My whole thing was you were lazy. You wanted somebody to take care of you. You were looking at the money that you said you saw. So my take on her is not going to be the take that everybody else has. Okay? So y'all not going to like my take on it. But yes, we can do it. And you're going to get my take on her. Yes, with the cognac seats. I had cognac seats in my Infiniti FX35. I had to drive to Maryland to get it because they weren't selling them. I had the sports package on mine. They weren't selling those in Houston. Can you imagine how pissed I was when but 2 or 3 months I started seeing all of these FX35s on the freeway. I was so goddamn mad. But my take on her is not going to be the take that everybody else has because everybody is feeling sorry for her. I understand that who the fuck you married was nothing but a complete damn liar and a manipulator. But that's on you, honey. That's on you. Okay. You were seeing red flags before you got married. And you said that you just wanted to be married. I felt bad when she had a miscarriage. I felt bad for her then. I've listened to it. My take on
wait,
her is not gonna be the same thing.
I'm not feeling bad for her because who the fuck raw dog it was somebody they just met and moved in their house within 5
Thank you. Thank you. See, Colleen? See, we're on the same page here. So we can go over her. We can definitely, because each episode is like maybe 12, 15 minutes, whatever. One's a little longer. She's in the car. And then she did an update. The brother reached out to her. The brother he hadn't seen since his grandfather's funeral, because the grandmother died first, then the grandfather, and there was an altercation between him and his brother there. So the brother wanted her to clear up that the grandmother died first and then the grandfather. So, but yeah, my take on her is not, hi Derek, is not like everybody else's.
Exactly, Drea. She worked in law enforcement and didn't do a background check.
But no, she did a background check on him. She said nothing came up. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't care if you don't have anything. Something's going to come up. If you got any kind of credit, it's going to come up.
I don't know. Why did two people need a 5 or 6 bedroom house that was like $750,000?
Highlight is because, yeah, it's the low. But I was listening, like, and I was up to 21, and then I finally got them all done. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was going to.
Y'all want to hear the ratchet version of Who the Fuck Did I Marry?
Yes.
Listen to Jillian's story.
I've seen that.
Jillian's story is only 20 episodes, but child, it's ratchet. It is ratchet. She's beating him with an ironing board. She is duking it out with his mama and them.
Okay.
She got pregnant and had the baby, and it's about a 12 to 18 month period. But it's also during the Covina. But it's just ratchet.
Yes, Drea, that was later. Because that was after I finished listening to all the episodes. She did an update. Hi, Carter. But yeah, all these red flags. What?
The ex-husband is coming back.
Yes.
To sue Risa Tisa.
Yeah, he's suing her. TMZ picked up that story. Now the ex-wife, who supposedly came and backed up everything she's saying, is now suing her as well. I'm like, what the hell? Yes. So I will definitely, but my take on this whole situation, I hear people going, oh, this poor woman was taken advantage of. No, she was not.
Oh, Jillian's story is called The Lies He Told. And she's also on TikTok trying to get her 15 minutes.
I'm going to check out Jillian. Someone else had mentioned that in my chat when they were talking about Risa Tessa.
The guy is into drugs. She discovers like pills all over her house, like Tic Tacs. Child, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Let me tell you, on this Wendy Williams docuseries or documentary, Lifetime really did her wrong, but she wanted to do it. Now her business manager and her whatever, they were just fired.
I have a different opinion on it.
Okay. Wendy Williams did this to herself with all the drinking, the drugging. She was warned years ago that if she kept the drinking up, it would cause dementia and everything else. And she already knew that she had I forgot what it was called when they diagnosed her years ago, when she was still with Kevin.
Not the Graves' disease, right?
No, not Graves. She has what Bruce Willis has now, but they warned her
dementia
years ago about the drinking. Anytime you find this woman passed out drunk in a display window at a department store, that she would get, I blame it on her, the husband, the network. They kept letting her go. She had a drug problem, not allegedly, and an alcohol problem. I don't know if I want to touch that. Someone did send me something, someone that I respect, highly respect, sent me, what is it called? Blue sheets, green sheets of the Lifetime thing. And just seeing the board, they truly set her the fuck up, but she allowed it.
Well, don't forget, she had a 3-picture deal with Lifetime.
Yes.
So this was part of that. She was contractually obligated to produce something. So they were going to film her the making of the podcast, her comeback.
Yes.
And I think that this turned into something that allowed the family to figure out what was going on. And here's the reason why I say that. Wanda ain't had nothing to do with this until the very last segment, because it was broken up into 2 nights.
Yep.
2 segments the first night, 2 segments the final night. So in segment 4, you see Wanda, her oldest sister, who's actually an attorney at law.
Yep.
Wanda come on there, and that's when Wanda took over the narrative. And what they were doing was showing the Guardians' abuse of Wendy.
Yep.
The New York court system's abuse of Wendy, and how they have isolated her away from her family and have her with strangers who are abusing her.
Her son doesn't know where she was. He knew she was moved from New York. She's somewhere in Florida, because let me tell you how I figured that out. And they showed that clip also on IG, I think. When Black China went to visit her, she almost slipped up and said Florida. She's in Florida, probably at that same rehab she went to once before, that nursing facility. She goes, I'm gonna be flying back and forth from Florida. And then she went, oh, I'm showing you like you can see me, to here, which she went down from Florida. I mean, from New York to here. She's in Florida.
I don't know where she is, but the mere fact that Will got on IG or some social media recently to say that he went and saw Wendy, but yet her family don't even know where she is. That was a problem for me. And it made me feel like he was getting paid by the guardianship. Now that PR girl, Sean, whatever, the girl with the bad sew-in, she's never going to work again as a PR person. So girl, get your cap ready and your hairnet for the fry bin at McDonald's, because she should have been charged with kidnapping, what she did, that stunt that she did with Wendy. And her sitting down there saying that Wendy doesn't have an alcohol problem.
She does. She does, always have. And Cooch is covering, I just saw what you sent to me. I didn't see part 2 yet, but I will. But Wendy, when her dad, her brother, and her son, they were all in Florida. They were trying to find Wendy. Well, her son lives there. They're saying that her son spent $100K of her money. No, she put him in that condo, and then she was paying for it. Her guardians or the bank cut off the payment for the place he was staying in, because they're saying she wasn't in her right mind. But when Kevin Jr., when she was staying with her son in Florida, she was doing fine. When she went back to New York is when she went downhill. When she was with Kevin, he was taking care of his mother.
True, but here's the thing. Wendy falls off the wagon because she gets lonely, and she is alone. So I'm not sure why Kevin Jr. did not go back to New York with her.
He was in school at that time.
He had dropped out of school at one point because he was into doing production. And some of the money, because nobody can spend $80,000 on Uber Eats in 1 year. A lot of that money went towards him doing, producing parties. Not all of it went towards the apartment, because Wendy had made one lump sum to pay off his rent for the apartment for the year.
For the year.
She did it for the year. Right. But that had nothing to do with those charges. He had an $80,000 birthday party. And according to the cousin, he spent $100,000 or $80,000 on Uber Eats. It just wasn't making no sense to me.
It's not making sense.
So that didn't look good on the boy, on the son. But I will say this, as somebody who had a power of attorney, I think you needed to be a little bit older than Kevin Jr. to handle that kind of money. that
Yep.
kind of estate and that kind of mama and that kind of trouble and turmoil and emotional spin and abuse and all of that. Don't forget, Kevin Jr. had his own brush with substance abuse that he nearly
Yes.
died from.
Yep.
Wanda should have stepped in from the
Yes, she
beginning,
should have.
but I guess Wendy preferred her child. Okay, but what do
But
you
she and her
expect?
sister had a falling out a while back over Kevin Sr. because she knew Kevin was cheating and doing all of that. She turned her back on her sister.
Yeah.
Now, she did guide her niece into her career, but she turned, and no one can talk to her or get through to her.
Yes, Snuggle Bunny, that is her son, her only child, and she should be able to spend her money on him as she see fit. I have no problem with that. However, it's also her responsibility that whatever legacy she passes on to him, that he knows how to handle it and manage it correctly. I still think, and this is me talking as a caregiver, I was a caregiver for 10 years to my mom. So I was in my 40s and 50s when I was taking care of my mom. And it was hard. I cannot imagine being in my early 20s doing that. I cannot. I just can't. And now that she's gone, I'm still struggling every day with her estate. Every day there's some shit coming in here. And I'm still struggling. I cannot imagine the pressure that young man had on himself. And then not being able to control somebody like my mother was easy in comparison to Wendy Williams. Easy. All I'm saying is she needs to be around her family, period. There's a problem with the New York State court system with regards to the guardianship system. And this guardian has been sued previously for bilking $30 million from someone that they were supposed to be a guardian for. You can't tell me that wasn't happening with Wendy Williams. And that's why episode 4 was so pivotal, because that's when Wanda stepped in and changed the narrative. And I got a feeling she's got a hold of all of because even Kev Jr. is an executive producer on the documentary.
Yes.
So they're going to use that footage, because how was Wendy Williams spiraling all that time? And we ain't see the Guardian show up, do nothing. The Guardian was depending on Will, a jeweler, to manage Wendy. And the jeweler let Wendy run off to LA with a PR assistant who was hired by the attorney that Wendy had to sue, because he charged on her Amex to get an attorney to sue her.
Now, did they? I'm still confused. When Wells Fargo took her to court to tie up, to lock her out of her accounts, who advised Wells Fargo they need to do that? Because they're just not going to.
Denmark Mercury. Here's why. There was a lot of charges coming in onto that account. Not only Kevin's charges, but also the lawyer charged up on her Amex to hire a lawyer to sue Wendy. You had a lot of people. There was a point where she was going into the bank, up to the wicket, to the teller, trying to get access to her money. I think she took Kevin and somebody else, and it looked suspicious because Wendy was going through an episode and she had people around her that were Black. Let's just call a thing a thing. And she is a high deposit client. And probably was rambling, stumbling, and bumbling. And she wanted probably an outrageous sum of money or just demanding access. So it set off the triggers. It set off the triggers. And then when Denmark Mercury wanted her back, because don't forget, remember that late season where the season was supposed to start, but then they kept on pushing it back, pushing it back. Then they brought in guest hosts.
Yep.
Right. Well, she was down in Florida first, where the son got her off of everything, got her on the vegan diet, got her exercising, put some pounds back on her. She was good. Denmark Mercury called her back, gave the heads up to the bank that something is funny going on here. And she came back and spiraled because she was by herself. And they should have never let her go back by herself. What's Tommy doing? Tommy ain't doing nothing. Tommy could have came up here with her. Just saying. They should have never let her go back, because don't forget, as much as we hate Kelvin held her ass together for decades.
Yep.
Kelvin held her ass together, and he was the way how he was because of how Wendy was. We all saw it in that documentary. She is beyond a mean drunk. That's a shitload to handle right there, and that's why I say her son could not handle her. He wasn't ready for that. She was showing signs of dementia for years. True, she was, because of the drinking. And then when Kelvin did the ultimate thing that she told him never to do, which was to have a baby with one of his outside chicks, that broke her. That broke her. So I think that production company stayed there longer than they should have, because they were concerned. And I think that they got with the family and said, do y'all know what's going on here? And they were like, no. How could a family not know? So they brought the family evidence. And you could tell, because when she went down, and it was that scene where she went down to Florida to see the family, and they went to lunch or dinner or something like that, and the dad was there, and she went and sat down next to Tommy, and she called him Kevin.
Yep, she did.
You saw the father's face. He was smiling, and then all of a sudden it fell. I don't think he knew how bad she was. I don't think she knew how bad she was.
I think, well, I know the husband did, because he did his best to protect her.
Yes, Gwen, the passing of her mom too was devastating. She got punch after punch after punch after emotional.
But she didn't realize. Oh my God, I'm getting all these messages.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have to go?
No. I had turned, y'all don't understand. When I'm at work, my phone stays in off mode, and I was getting messages because people were concerned, and I was knocked out in the tub. You're right. I need to stop that. That tells me how tired I am. I was knocked out.
Mr. Jimenez is here. Mr. Jimenez is here.
Hi, Mr. Jimenez.
Oh,
I was tired, and I'm so sorry. And I had 2 days off. Can you imagine? Today was like a day from hell. I had reports and stuff due. I'm pulled in all these fucking meetings, and it's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, Debbie. What do you think? Do you think that we ought to do that? Well, shit, well, look.
We just did it. But this is why I think that production ultimately went to the family, and Wanda took over the narrative in the last episode. It's because that guardianship is up for review every year. This May, it is up for review. They have timed this program so it's fresh in the minds of people, but early enough to be submitted as evidence for a full review of that guardian. And it's no coincidence that the other family that was suing that guardian for pilfering the $30 million, and they won it in a settlement, $30 million. I don't even think they ended up with 5. by the time that guardian was done. So that person has come forward because they had a successful lawsuit against this guardian. So all of this will not look good going into court for guardianship review in May. And it will also prove that a bunch of strangers have access to Wendy Williams, but her family doesn't. She's the only one who can call them, and it's on a blocked number. They can't reach out and say, "Hi, Wendy, how you're doing?" And if they miss the call, that's it. They can't call back. It's just crazy. How is this woman going through the dementia that she has? Because, of course, they're saying that the alcohol brought on the dementia, but not this dementia that she has now. I think she had a different, the alcohol-induced dementia previously.
So it's two different ones.
Right.
When they warned her years ago.
Frontal lobal thing.
Yes, she has the same thing
like Bruce
that
Willis.
Bruce Willis has now. They have the same thing.
Yep.
The other dementia was brought on by alcoholism, and they warned her it was going to get worse if she continued with the alcohol and with the drugs. And she was released. And I'm saying because the production company was probably pressuring her to come, or they were going to they still cancel her. They put Sherry Shepherd there. But, you know, when you're used to sitting on this crown, on this throne, you know, and you don't want nobody else to take your place. But you've already done everything. You had the money. You had this. You never really had the respect because people don't really respect you. But still,
I kind of respect her. I grew up listening to her.
No, but I'm talking about as far as people because she was a joke to them.
Oh, I don't know.
She was a joke to them.
I remember hearing her.
Remember when she got into it with P. Diddy? Remember when she got into it with P. Diddy?
But look how it turned out to be right.
Yep. And he threatened her. You remember that?
I even saw a clip on Twitter yesterday where he was on the show, and he was on there. She was greeting him. They sat down on the couch, and he was like, "Yo, I saw your son backstage," and Wendy's face cracked.
Yep.
And she was like she stuttered, and she's like, and the person was like, you could tell she was scared that Diddy said that he saw her son
backstage. Yes. She was right about him. She was absolutely right about him. But he threatened her.
A lot of people did, but back then she had Kelvin as her thug, so she was all right. I don't know.
I look beautiful. MCA, you don't even see me. You don't want to even see me right now. I just tied my hair up. You don't want to see me right now. I just tied my hair up. But I'm telling you, I needed that sleep. And you're right. Maybe my body is still healing. But when I got in that tub, it was like, I slid back down and I laid back and I felt myself drifting off to sleep. And I was like, okay, I got time. I set my phone with an alarm, but my phone died. So that's what I jumped up. I put my phone on the charger and ran to my laptop. So when I turned my phone on, that's when I was getting all the messages coming through. My phone died on me. And I was like, damn. I'm just horrible, but y'all have to excuse me. I am never late. Today I was late twice. I was late yesterday. Well, only by like 6 or 7 minutes because I was trying to get Cynthia in and I wanted to make sure she got in because she couldn't get in from the iPhone. But that shit was funny. Now today twice. I tell y'all what. I'm acting like Wendy Williams now. I'm late to my own shit.
Listen, that's what happens when you hang around with Caribbean folk.
Girl, stop. Yes, I am waterlogged probably. Yeah, he did. Kevin held her together and so let me tell you something. Wendy has always known about this woman that Kevin was seeing. Women, but this one woman in particular, she knew about, okay? The only thing she ever asked him was don't bring the shit public. Only thing she asked him, don't bring it public. What did that asshole do? Well, she did it. The girlfriend. You bring it public. You're not going to embarrass her. You're not going to do that. So the best part is when she had that damn Phantom Rose picked up, that shit was hilarious. But you brought it public. She didn't care. That's just like Bill Cosby's wife. Do your shit. Don't bring it home. Don't put it out in the public.
Well, I think what crossed the line with her was bringing a child, because remember, it took everything in her to bring Kevin Jr. She had fertility issues, and she didn't want anyone else doing what she couldn't.
Yep. But somebody put in the chat too, I saw that, how she was in denial about her mother's death. I think she was in denial. Was it denial, or was it a form of, because I remember when she brought her mom and dad to the show a few times.
To me, like, I didn't understand what was going on. Okay, how do I say this? Like, sometimes I still talk about my mom in the present tense instead of past tense. And I think that's normal because I'm still processing. But that conversation that she had about her mom, she denied that there was a funeral. It was like her mom was fine. That was something different. Either she was blatantly lying, or that was part of the
out. But she went to the services. I remember she and her brother got into it.
Yeah. But there was a lot of stuff in the Daily Mail as well. The Daily Mail was her downfall with Kevin. Like, they were putting all her business on Front Street.
All her business on Front Street.
So either she was in denial because of the newspaper coverage. She and that was a traumatic thing for her because her mother was her rock. Her dad treated her poorly at times during her youth. But her mother was her everything. And then she left. And not only did her husband leave her, the son went away to college. Her mother died. It was like all of her anchors were setting her further and further adrift. So all she had to hold on to was that bottle. And loneliness is a thing, y'all.
It is. But the whole thing is that with Wendy, and I'm going to say that's the truth, even though you may have all the money in the world, you're lonely. You have nobody around that you can trust. And then when you find out that, you find out she's paying people to be her friend.
They are saying it is true. Tommy and a newspaper reported that she didn't go to her mother's funeral. Maybe she couldn't handle that.
She and her brother got into it before the funeral with the arrangement. That was splashed all over everywhere. She didn't want her brother there. And I remember her saying if he was there, she wasn't going to be there. But she went to she went home. I don't know if she went or not, but she and her brother got into it really, really bad.
Yeah. But again, that could be all of the stress with regards to her mother's funeral.
Maybe she has regrets that she didn't go. And that's why she's denying it, because she didn't see her. You know what I mean? But everybody.
She didn't go to the service, or she didn't go to the internment? Because I can't see her missing both of them.
I swore she was there because they said it was a big thing.
She was down there, but she went to go and see Kelvin. And then she got in the plane and came back to New York. Because I think I read that in the Daily Mail. They had pictures of it and everything. But I could understand her not wanting to go to the internment or going to if I could have missed
Andrea said she didn't go after all. I see it was something about that and the big thing with her and her brother, because that was everywhere. And then there was clips of it, and I'm trying to find it because they really got into it. And then, the paparazzi was following her all over the place.
And then Tommy wasn't helping because he was coming on the YouTube and talking out all her business. And then she came back up on her show and told Tommy, zip it. Because you don't want me to say what I know about you.
It's you. Yep. So she has primary progressive aphasia and dementia. That's what she has, that frontal lobe thing. But she was diagnosed years ago with aphasia, whatever it's called. And that's when they warned her, if she kept the drinking up, if she kept it up, that it will be a steady decline. And that's exactly what we saw. And that's when she went into rehab, when they kept canceling the show. No, she was still with Kevin then. And when she took that hiatus and she went in. Yes.
When she took the year, when Denmark Mercury kept her out for that year.
No, but I'm not talking about that one. I changed it. She was with Kevin at this time. They had not separated. She had checked herself in. The show was on hiatus, not how they film and then
Was this when she was in the sober house?
Yes, you know how they film all the episodes, and then she went in after that season. She was still with Kevin, and when the son and the husband went to pick her up, they warned her she needed to stop the drinking. And about 3 weeks after that, that's when she found out about the baby and all that other shit, and that's when they found her drunk in that display window. So, yeah.
Yes. It a lot of times you have dementia and it's undiagnosed for so long. What was that? She lied and said she had to go back to New York, couldn't attend her mother's funeral, and then Tommy saw her the next day still there having lunch with Big Kev. Yep, I remember that. But maybe she was denying her mother's funeral, like her mother's death, all of that time. She had a lot of mental stress.
Her brother. It was footage, and I don't know if it was the Daily Mail of when her and her brother got into it when she went there.
Just do a search Daily Mail Wendy Williams and see what comes up.
Okay, hold on. Wendy Williams.
That's where I got all my gossip from.
Oh, damn.
I think that's when I set up alerts for Daily Mail on my phone, was during that whole debacle with her. From the time she passed out, when she was the Statue of Liberty the Statue of Liberty on Halloween, where she fainted. From the time that happened, I had set up alerts with Daily Mail with her.
Oh, Daily Mail has her covered.
I told you so. They got everything.
Oh my God. Oh my God. They just they've been doing a number on her.
Yeah. Like maybe if you do Daily Mail, Wendy Williams mother funeral.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Because there's a lot. They made a mint on her. And they always
were dedicated to her.
Yes. They targeted her. Yeah, she was forgetful in those later seasons. She was very forgetful, especially after the debacle with Kevin and the baby. Like when Kevin called her and said, I got something to tell you. And she's like, what? That bitch had that baby? And he was like, yeah. She was like, we're getting divorced. Click. Like, it was like the Daily Mail was tapping her phones.
I found it. You were right. Mother's funeral. So the brother, Tommy, said that she lied and said that she couldn't be there to skip her mother's funeral and to go to lunch with her ex, Kevin Hunter. Wendy Williams went on her show on Tuesday and said she slammed the allegations made from her brother, insisted she was indeed present at the service, and accused her brother of even starting a fight at the funeral. I remember they were saying that her brother started a fight at the funeral. She said, Tommy, you know, I was at Mama's service, and you know she looked beautiful in her casket, and you know that you fist fought a loving member of our family, half your age, a blood relative, everyone, not my son. You started a fight over an open casket right there over my mother. Thank God we were civilized. We were at a civilized funeral home. That's what they were saying. He started a fight.
When she was saying that, I was thinking, because I had already known she had blown off the services. I was thinking that the fight started at the viewing.
Yep. And then she said that she had receipts and she was going to unload all of them on her brother. I don't know if she ever did that or not.
She threatened him. She threatened him and told him to keep his mouth shut. Yeah, I remember seeing that on the TV show, because that's when I was tuning in every day to see her. I would watch it like down here. Wendy would come on while I was at work, but then they would replay it at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And I've always had issues with sleeping, so I would watch her early morning. And I even at that time, I set up my DVR to tape her just in case I actually fell asleep. I would watch it in the morning while I'm getting ready for work. And I remember that. And I was just like, is she like threatening like mob style to her brother?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
And girl, you know you wasn't at the funeral, because Daily Mail saw that you wasn't at the funeral. So you talking about the viewing that y'all was fighting?
I think she's talking about the viewing. Maybe she was talking about the viewing, but I remember she was talking about it and how there was a fight. And I was like, I was like, wait a minute, I thought my family was bad, but god damn, we fight at the reception. We fight at the you know, at the repast. We don't fight at the funeral. You know, we wait till we get them in the ground or in the tomb. You know, then we fight at the repast when everybody's drinking and eating. We don't fight over an open casket. I don't think that's ever happened in my family. I got to remember. I don't think so. I know there was a lot of arguing, but and grabbing at the coffin and screaming, take me with you. And I remember my dad said, jump your ass in there.
Oh my God.
My dad's brother-in-law, well, when his sister died, and then the brother-in-law married someone else, and she carried on so bad at the funeral. Girls shaking the damn coffin, acting crazy. I remember she said, and my daddy, I think him and my aunt at the same time said, jump your ass in there and close it up. I was through. I was through. But we don't fight at the funeral. We fight at the repast. That's when you're drinking, you're talking shit, and then someone said something, and then somebody else, and that's when the fights break out. We fight at the wedding reception, not at the wedding, but at the wedding reception.
My mom cursed out the priest before my cousin's wedding at the church.
Are you?
My mom was a spitfire. Yeah.
Oh my God. My mom fights on Catholic school. Well, she used to fight on Catholic school. She didn't care. My mother was, that woman. I was like, you know, so it's hard when you see your parents get older, when you remember, you know, this was a woman that you don't play with. This is somebody who would snatch you just for looking at her the wrong way. My mother and she still has a temper and an attitude, but she can't do the shit she used to do. So it's like, you know, when she's fussing and she's going off and you're sitting there looking at her, and you're like, what you gonna do? You know, that's what you're saying to yourself. What you gonna do?
It took a lot to push my mother over the edge. She's a Libra. So my mother was lots of fun, wicked sense of humor, you know. But it takes a lot. You fuck with certain members of her family and fuck around and find out.
Walk around and find out. My grandfather used to. I remember when my mom would come, and he would call me junior and senior, and that's when I was little, and he was like, I remember when she and her sister got into it in the house. I was like, what the hell? In my grandmother and grandfather's house, and they were tearing the house up. Oh, my aunt slapped my sister, and my mother came to pick us up, and my sister had this mark on her face, and my mother went, what happened to you? And me, here me go. Look, here me go. Here I go. Auntie so-and-so slapped her because she didn't do. And my mother looked at me. My grandmother went, oh, no. I said, she was like, she what? And I repeated myself again. Hold that house up. My grandfather came in there and grabbed my mother, and he was like, stop it. No. I bet she never touched me. She never touched any of us again. She slapped my sister for no reason. Honestly, she did. Because
but why would you slap a child hard enough to leave a mark? Like, that's ridiculous.
Oh, girl, my sister had that cotton skin, and you can, like me, I bruised myself. I walk into something, I got a big ass bruise, but it had just happened. And her daughter was drinking water. My sister had accidentally ran in, bumped her, and spilled water on the floor. My aunt went pop, just like that. And not even 12 minutes later, here comes mama. And she looked at my sister, and she goes, what happened in your face? And she just started crying. Here I go. I gotta tell it. I was pissed.
MCA has a question. What happened to the lady that would announce Wendy on the show? Has she made any statements about Wendy? Oh,
she's the one that worked with her for like 12 or 14 years. She was very upset, very disappointed. She was not happy with that docu-series at all. She was with her for 12 or 14 years. I forgot. She is not.
She was
happy
the producer of the show.
Yep, she was not. Yep, not happy. Not happy. Not happy at all. She made a statement too. It's a couple of them that were really in her corner, and even the ones that really didn't like her. But Wendy was not a pleasant person to work for, even before all of this shit happened. She would make. Remember the guy that was suing her for sexual advances?
Right, but remember that was happening during the period where she was derailing herself, because she even did the same thing to DJ Booth. And at the very first episode, where she sat down in the chair and she was like, y'all want to see my titties? And they was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
She was going downhill,
and she was flashing everybody the good.
And that's, she really went downhill after they found out about the baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's when everything just started sliding down, and she was deteriorating quick. You can see it when she was on her lives and she was trying to act like everything was okay. She was broken. You knew about it. Shit, they had been together. What? He had been with this woman for what? 5-6 years?
Mm-hmm.
And she was younger than him. What if she was 12, 14 years younger?
Who? Calvin?
The woman with the baby that he was living in New Jersey with, in that little.
Oh, Sharita.
Yeah, whatever her name is. When all of that came out, I'm gonna blame the Daily Mail.
Why?
Girl, I'm just looking at all of these headlines. I mean, she couldn't take a piss without these people.
Listen, they had the address, they had the purchase deed documents, the name on the deeds. They had his times going to the house and checking out. They were the ones that reported that he bought her the cars, all the designer bags, the businesses that he set her up under, the LCCs for the businesses. They dug up everything. And she had so many failed businesses.
Yep. Wendy knew
Suzanne.
this.
Yes, Suzanne.
Yep. Wendy knew this. Just don't bring it in, don't make it public. That's all she wanted. Don't make it public, because she had her little affairs and everything else that she was doing. We don't make it public. But Daily Mail is the one that said, fuck this. Let's find out. Girl, I'm reading these headlines about Wendy. It wasn't a day that didn't go by. They were posting on Wendy Williams.
And she would come on TV and she would do her hot topics and she would talk about everything else. But when that baby was born, the gloves came off. And she was like, that's when she started addressing everything. And that's when she sent the records to repossess the car that he had just bought for her. And
Daily Mail was there because they posted the car being put.
I wouldn't be surprised if Wendy called him and said, bitch, you want something on me? Go watch him pick up that car and report it tomorrow.
Now, I remember when she and her brother and her dad, what was this? I was trying to find the article when they all got together in Florida. Was it Miami? That was like...
The father lives in Miami.
The brother they were all together.
Fort Lauderdale. And I think Wanda lives in Miami too. And the girl, the niece, I think she used to be on Channel 10 down here. I don't know if she's still there or not.
But okay. And why would you let Wendy go outside in those girl, I'm looking at the video from the Daily Mail right now when she's out in this fur coat, these little shorts that too baggy on her little skinny legs. You remember that video?
Yep. She loved them cootie cutters.
I'm like, what the hell? But anyway, I feel sorry for her. In a way, I do, because she was a force to be reckoned with. But now it's like she did this to herself, though. She did this to herself.
But it was she was already an addict. And she did need she needed a sober coach 24/7. And say what you will about Kelvin. I don't particularly like him, but that's what he was.
Kelvin or Kevin?
Kelvin.
Which one is Kelvin?
That's his government name. No, his government name is Kelvin. He from
why
Brooklyn.
did she name her son Kevin Jr.?
Because she renamed Kelvin
Kevin. Got you.
Because I guess Kelvin was a little too Brooklyn ghetto, because that's where he from. He grew up near where I emigrated to in Brooklyn. Like near where Chris Rock, Tyson, the fighter, not too far away from where I lived. MC Light came from my neighborhood as well. So quite a few people who made something of themselves came from that hood. And he stayed in the rough part of the hood, but he got out with Wendy's help. And rode her coattails, but was also her sober coach throughout. Yeah. She wanted to have a baby, so she quit all of the drinking and drugging and all of that. And she had her baby. Finally, after several miscarriages, she finally had her baby, and the baby kept her sober for a long time. But then her husband started stepping out on her. So she funneled everything into the kid. But then when the kid was going to college, Kevin, or the husband, Kelvin, decided, well, I've been screwing around with these women forever. And I think Shanita had one too many plan Bs. I'll put it that way. She decided to bring this one in order to force Kelvin's hand. And she turned out to force Wendy's hand.
Well, they're still together, though.
Are they? Because he's being pursued.
Some kind of civil ceremony, but not an official ceremony.
Right, but they're not together anymore because all of his creditors are coming after him. I think even the community that they were living in, he's behind on association fees. Yeah, that's one of the smaller cases against him.
Kevin Hunter.
Yeah, do the Daily Mail, Kevin.
I am.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't think they're together anymore because he's in financial trouble because okay, so he got like a $10 million payout from Wendy to go away. And he was getting monthly maintenance, not maintenance, whatever, monthly payment from Wendy as part of the divorce. Written into the contractual terms of that monthly payment, it stated that if Wendy was no longer making money, then his payments would be reduced or eliminated. Well, when they took away her access to her money, the guardian, first thing she did was cut off payments to Kevin or Kelvin. So I don't know what happened to the $10 million because he came down here and like opened a barber shop and bought a house, but none of that equaled $10 million. So he blew through that real quick. He had to wind up returning a bunch of jewelry, selling off a car, returning another lease on another car, the house. Again, the homeowners association, it has put him in court. And now he started, he wound up suing Denmark Mercury for money. He was trying to get at the Guardian to reinstate the monthly payments because he was behind on all his credit cards and bills, but no money ain't coming out of that for him. So yeah, it's a whole mess. A whole mess. Alimony, thank you. Alimony. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, he blew through a lot of it. And she did too. Sharita or whatever her name is. She blew through a lot of it. Opening up, I think she opened up a vegan restaurant down here. A lot of people said that it was very good. But I don't know. That stain follows her.
Let's see. He was living large with Serena. I don't see
Wendy
where they're
was his
saying
name.
that they broke up at.
They not together because when I heard about her vegan restaurant, they weren't together.
Serena Hudson. Hold on a second. Let me go put her name, see what the Daily Mail has to say about her. I love the Daily Mail. Okay, they haven't written anything on her since 2021. Oh, here it is. Serena's Hudson's Ferrari gets loaded onto a truck. Hold on. This was 2019. That's the one I remember seeing. I said but then she took his Rolls Royce too. Hold on. Let me share this. Hold on. Let me share. This shit was funny. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, Wendy, what a way to go, girl. Hold on.
And I think it was repossessed outside of the building where she had one of her fake businesses. I think that was the clothing line that she had.
Hold on. And commercials.
We're on our way.
I promise you, we're gonna find her.
Hold on.
You're okay.
Alert. Oh.
I can't stop these commercials. Here we go. Yep, it's a business.
Child, Wendy said, go get him. Repossess him. That's my money.
I only knew about, I wanted to see when he took his rolls because he was out in the middle of the street screaming.
That's a nice car, too. He had good taste in cars. 'Cause I remember when he was in the Rolls Royce, he was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. And he was like, oh, no, 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 no awful taste in jewelry, but really good taste in cars.
Girl, they took. Now, did they take her car after they took his? Because she's not outside, so maybe he called her. But when they went to get his, he was carrying on.
She couldn't come outside because she knew that they was photographers and video people out there. She stayed her ass inside, calling him, telling him what was going on. And then he called Wendy, and Wendy was like, "That's my money. I can do with it what I want."
Look at this. But with his, he had oh damn. Look at that nice truck they came to get in there. Girl, look at this.
Of course, that's an expensive vehicle. And it was practically new.
Yep. You see, they don't want no look. See,
And you see he got on a uniform and everything.
Yep. See, they don't want no rocks jumping up and kicking and hitting it and shit. Look at that. Aren't you gonna close the back up?
Oh yeah, they're gonna do
So
that. They're gonna close
I was trying to find Kevin's when they came to grab him. That's what I was trying to find, because he was out there in the street carrying on.
You remember when he went back up to New York to pawn the jewelry? Look that up.
I remember that. Hold on, oh my God!
I
was
tell
trying
you,
to find
I
food.
had the Daily Mail on alert on my phone. That website was popping.
Hold on.
I think he even did he go to Jacob the jeweler to do his? Can't remember.
Hold on. Let's get Kevin Hunter. Girl, how we get on this Pawn's jewelry? I'm sorry. Oh my God. So this is saying Wendy Williams' cheating husband Kevin Hunter pops into jewelry store.
He brought a bag of
you
jewelry.
You are serious.
He brought a bag of jewelry.
Kevin Hunter tries to pawn Wendy Williams jewelry. Get the hell out of here.
Yep. That was when the payment stopped. And he couldn't get no monthly payments. Child, I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God. They really had them. Oh, I got the video. Oh my, well, not the video, but they really had them covered.
All for my pleasure.
Oh my God. She couldn't take a shit. Then they got him and Serena on vacation. Girl. Oh my God. Girl. They couldn't take a breath. They had them covered.
Yep. Check and see. Did you do Kevin Hunter car repo?
Hold on. Let me. Oh yeah, hold on. Shit. Okay, hold on.
Because they might show that one.
That's the one when he's in the street on the phone. I know.
Probably calling Wendy's business manager saying what the hell's going on.
You got me looking for this shit.
Leading you down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Wendy Williams repo car purchase. Wendy Williams giving her husband 40 hours to get, wait a minute. She gave him 48 hours. Okay. That's all about her car, not Kevin's car. Yeah, that's all about her car. She repossessed his Rolls. And they got her coming in and out of the car. Kevin Hunter evicted from Wendy Williams. Oh my God, Wendy Williams drags ex-husband's mistress. Oh shit. Girl, they were not playing with Wendy. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All about the tea was in on the girl. I'm done. Wait a minute. She drags him. Wait a minute. Let me hear what she has to say. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna let you guys listen to this. Let me put this up, and then we're gonna get out of here because I need to get more sleep, Debbie.
Yes,
I gotta be
ma'am.
ready for tomorrow. Okay, hold on. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta be ready for tomorrow. Hold on. Which one was it? Okay, this one. Okay, can you see it?
Mean that,
No.
but
Yeah.
it really has been a year from hell.
The documentary was shot in the fall.
He
So,
looks
you know, it
good
was
there. I
shot
can't
some
show you
months
because it's
ago.
somebody else's
And
thing. And I don't
I
like to
still
distract
stand
you.
by that. This has been a year from hell in a good way. You know, I mean, my feet were on the fire for a large portion of it. And I knew that if I just stuck to what was true to me, and only I know what's true to me,
Okay, so she left
then
him.
I could come out on the
Okay.
other side. And those who stuck by me, believing in me, even when we weren't talking or I wasn't asking for their advice or wanting their advice, I was trying to figure things out. And I've always been that way. All right, I've got a problem. I don't want to talk about it. Let me figure it out. And then I'll come back and I'll tell you, guess what I've been through? Guess what has been going on? And then people
think we
always tell me,
know.
why didn't you call me? Why didn't you let us know? We could have helped you. And I said, no, you couldn't have. No. Nobody could help me through that part of my life except for me. No, I had nobody.
Thank you, Wendy.
And I
Listen
mean that
to
from
her.
the
She had
bottom of my
nobody.
heart. I mean, you know, I was deeply in love with Kevin. Quickly.
Yeah, this is, let me orient anybody that doesn't know basically the story. The year from hell is, you know, came at the end of a 22-year marriage to Kevin, as you say. It was an abusive relationship. Then he had a baby with another woman. And
Yeah.
that was the end of the marriage. And we watched you struggle with this and come to terms with it really live on the air.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had to, and I'd known. All right, we were married
See,
for
she was
almost
saying, I
22
know.
years. We were
You hear
together
that,
for
right? I know.
25 years. I don't regret the day of meeting him. I don't regret putting up with him for all 25 years. And and that has nothing to do with him having this baby or him having this side girl for almost 15 years of our marriage. I've known about her almost since the beginning.
Thank
I've
you.
known that Kevin is a serial cheat. The first time I found out was while I was pregnant with our son on bed rest. During that time, I gave birth to him. He was in the delivery room. You'll see that play out in the movie. He's passing out cigars, and you know, my wife and I, you know, little Kevin, who's not so little anymore. He's 20 years old. I plotted to divorce Kevin, and I sacrificed a lot of myself to come out successful on the other side. And it all worked. And when I say I sacrificed of myself, Kevin's an only child. You know, oftentimes when children have other children, siblings in the household, they can be their own clique while mom and dad are fighting, or at least they have each other through a divorce process. Our son has nobody. To add to that, we were, you know, suburban people living in Livingston, New Jersey, and living a rock and roll lifestyle. And Livingston is a Tony community, but people made their money in other ways than being on TV and driving. I mean, we drove although the community was able to afford and still can very fancy cars, we're the only ones who had new Rolls Royces all the time. The ones that you build, not the ones you get from the showroom, new Ferraris, new Lamborghinis. Every upscale car that you can name. My husband was in love with that stuff. And I like a nice car. I like a luxury car. I work very hard and I know how to drive very well and very fast. And I have a very good driving record. But Kevin became an ass, for lack of a better word.
Damn.
The more successful I got and he got, and we believed in each other, the more of a jerk he became. You know, he used his good credit to purchase property that he chose to wine and dine his extramarital affairs. This girl wasn't the only one. She just happens to be the one who kept his baby. Yeah, I said kept his baby because from what Mr. Hunter told me on the night that she was, you know, with this new baby journey and her family and whatnot down south, he was with me, begging forgiveness, telling me to take a moment, and he would see it, and we were meant to be together. We were meant to be together for 25 years. I was plotting.
She was.
Kevin to get his braces tightened, and somebody had to go to parent-teacher night, and somebody had to arrange play dates. And then when they become young people, they're hanging out at the house, and somebody had to sniff around the house to make sure nobody was smoking pot and breaking into your liquor cabinets and, you know, stealing. And that was me. I was house mom, truly, and I've never lied about that. It seems, you know, Jess and Julia, it seems like maybe I was not telling that truth when I'm doing Hot Topics dressed in Armani, you know, on my set in this fabulous lifestyle. But I truly was the host of the Wendy, the face of the show in the morning and the face of our family for the rest of the time.
So you heard it from her. She knew from the beginning.
Yes, but if you remember back then, remember when Wendy used to talk about, if ever I got divorced, I would start over my life in a condo in New York City. I would be like Sex in the City. She was dropping those hints to him.
Yep, she was.
And what was the first thing she did when she dumped him? Went and bought a condo in New York City.
New York City. Yep.
Yeah.
Snuggle Bunny, no, I didn't see any update on Imani. The last thing I knew, she was missing. They put the Amber Alert out and they think that she was still in Houston. I think she might be in Dallas, but I think she is being trafficked. So what's the latest on Imani? She's missing from Missouri City from my brother's. Well, that neighborhood is an older neighborhood. My brother lives in a new section, he and his wife and my really good friend in Missouri City, Texas. So I don't know what the latest is. Like I said, I had a really, really, really busy day. Just realized my phone was on airplane mode too. And that's some shit. Girl, I'm going nuts. I'm going nuts. So anyway, I'm going to, Debbie, I am sorry I was late. Please forgive me, guys. I'm so sorry. But I think we had a good cocktail hour. Hours.
We did. We had fun. I know I did.
Oh, damn. MCA saying that's a beautiful sight. My ex had to empty his car after a court hearing and give me his car. Oh, shit.
Nice.
Took it right from the court. Nice. Love it. Debbie, I'm going to get out of here.
Yes,
I'm going to climb my ass in my bed and I will be ready for work in the morning. And I hope I'm not like Risa, you know, who falls asleep and not working from home, but that's never the case with me. So I will check and see. I don't know if I'm going to do a morning live or not. I'll probably do one Saturday and Sunday, but yeah, I am ready to go. I'm ready to go. I need a vacation. I'm tired. And I think the next vacation I take, I am flying out. I'm going to have to. She was on multiple adult dating sites.
Wait,
at 12 years old?
Yeah. Oh.
I would definitely have to look that up, Snuggle. I'm going to look it up. I will look it up. Thank you for telling me. I will definitely have to take a look at that. Probably when I wake up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to look at it. But thank you guys for being here. And I am so sorry again. Y'all know I'm never late. I am so sorry. This was twice in one damn day.
But we
Oh.
waited for you.
I see that. And thank you. Thank you. I feel so good knowing that you guys waited. I'm glad I just had the presence of mind. That water got really cold. That's why I jumped up.
Did you there was one super chat that came in from Tina.
Yeah, I saw that. And she said, I tried to keep chat calm, but I saw Tina called, Sherry called, Danny called, texted.
I called twice. Yeah, I
Debbie,
called
I'm
twice.
serious. And when I just took my phone off of airplane mode, everything came flooding into.
Oh my God.
I don't know how it got on airplane mode. I have no idea. But it was on air. Well, I guess because my phone actually shut down. I haven't charged my phone in about a day and a half. I haven't charged my phone in about a day and a half. So no, it's a day. I didn't charge it yesterday. So yeah, because I try to let the battery die naturally, but yeah, I should have charged it that way. I would have heard everybody calling me. And I should have did that. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I see Angel is live. I'm going to listen to Angel as I'm going to sleep. Debbie, thank you. It's been a long time since we did our Thursday cocktails.
I know.
Great. We talked about a lot of stuff and I've enjoyed it.
I know. I miss this. I'm glad we're back.
Me too. I am glad we're back. We're back. And I am taking vacation. I think I can't do it in, I'm trying to do it like towards the end of March. It depends on how much stuff I get done. Cause I'm going to take a full week. Cause I can't carry too many hours. So I have a lot of hours left. So I'm gonna have to take a week so I can carry the other 60 hours that I'm gonna have, and then I'm gonna have to use that. So I need to use it or lose it because our fiscal ends March 31st. So I need to schedule it. That means, and what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to get everything done before I leave because I can't put it in April because it won't count. So I'm gonna have to take it that last week of March.
Hi,
So,
Frankie,
good night, sweetie. And we're getting out of here. Guys, thank you so much. Tina, thank you for the super chat, sweetie. I really appreciate it. You guys have a good one. I will see you guys this weekend unless I come live tomorrow morning, and I'm going to make sure I'm live because I'm not going to say a word until I see the red thing on. Lets me know that I'm live, and it says I'm live. So we'll be good. You guys have a good night. Love you guys. Bye. I'm waving like you can see me. Bye.